And we're back. Alright. Last time, an explosive battle with the Ten Tails Jubi, as the Allied Shinobi forces showed up, and some bad stuff happened. But, moving on, because while this is going on, Sasuke is on his own mission. So, let's check in with him. As we know, we've got the Ying path, and now we're on the Yin path. Yang path, and now we're on the Yin path. Blech.
Hidden Leaf Village. There stood a boy whose clan had been eradicated by his own elder brother. A boy by the name of Sasuke Uchiha.
He's had it rough.
Of time and peace. But as soon as he began walking down the path of revenge, he slipped into darkness. And finally succeeded in conquering his brother, Itachi Uchiha. But his brother's words had all been lies. The Hidden Leaf was the real enemy. Soon, the tiny flames of hatred grew into the inferno that was the fourth great ninja war.
Yeah, partially sparked by Sasuke attacking B and bringing about the Five Kage Summit.
Sasuke Uchiha saw someone completely unexpected. His brother had been revived into the physical world. Over time, the two came to terms with each other and were finally brothers.
Over time, like a couple of minutes, really. But that is still some time.
And then, after succeeding in what he came to do, Itachi disappeared into the light.
I will always love you.
Leaving just one line of truth with his little brother.
Yeah, and that's a scene I talked about a lot in Storm 3. Also, you know, Naruto's leaf is full, and Sasuke's leaf is cut. Just pointing that out. Symbolism. The Taka flies again. But yeah, the final interaction with Itachi and Sasuke is really good. Like, just that interaction is almost on par with, like, you know, Kushina and Minato to drive me to tears.
And Jugo?
I abandoned you guys a while ago.
For you.
Jugo's got his birds.
So, what do you want with me? Why did you come all this way to find me?
Well, the thing is, we just happened upon a mind-blowing scroll in Orochimaru's hideout. Take a look. Well, pretty amazing, huh?
Yes. They're the ones with all the answers. There's someone I need to see now.
Who's that?
Orochimaru.
Huh?
There's kind of a problem with that, man.
What are you talking about? You iced his ass.
What a phrase. Coming from him.
Orochimaru, you really think that'd be enough to vanquish him?
I mean, you seem pretty sure of it.
That woman too.
Right, yeah, Anko got...
Hidden Leaf Ninja Kabuto kidnapped.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Because, yeah, again, I really like Anko, but yeah, she got really shafted in this arc. Because, yeah, she went to go spy on Kabuto, immediately got captured, and then, you know, just tossed aside. But... Whoop, no, don't skip. But she's got a purpose now, because she's got a curse mark.
The seal absorbed Orochimaru's chakra. We'll just use that to summon Orochimaru back.
Whoa, hold on. Reviving Orochimaru is way too dangerous. Huh?
Curse unsealing!
Alright, gotta get a fight in. So, yeah. So, there was a way to bring Orochimaru back in a different way. And with, you know, Jugo, you know, using some of his powers, taking some cells from Kabuto, and then using Anko's curse mark and releasing it, we got Orochimaru. And that seems random.
Don't even think about it.
Are you still after Sasuke?
He's on the fence. So yeah, it might seem random, but if you know, there's a lot of complicated little intricacies that make this work in a weird way. Between, yeah, how the curse mark is formed, and that's Orochimaru implanting some of his chakra and using some of Jugo's. So Jugo bringing his, you know, powers together, taking cells from Kabuto, who grafted, you know, Orochimaru's cells into him, and then combining that with Anko's curse mark, where there's already some Orochimaru chakra in there, can create, you know, an Orochimaru something.
Kill him again.
Sorry, I'm cutting over it, but yeah, Suigetsu apologizing to Orochimaru for being scared.
Orochimaru,
That was a quick cut.
feeling better now, Orochimaru?
Get that out of your system.
Had enough?
I've limbered up. Yes. That'll do for now.
And, you know, Steve Bloom coming in with this, like, you know, hissy Orochimaru performance.
So,
There's something I want you to do for me, Orochimaru.
yes, you really don't need to explain all that. I've been watching him the whole time, remember? And when you meet them, then what?
I know too little. I want them to tell me everything.
You needn't trouble yourself with all that. You're still just a child after all.
You don't want to be talking down to him right now.
I'm not a child, not anymore. I can't be a child.
I'm a man.
I need to know how it all began. I need to know who I should be, what I should be doing. I want to know everything, so I can decide what it all means for myself. I want to make my own judgments. Then I'll decide what needs to be done.
I think I quite like you now. Very well. I'll help you. Come with me.
Where to?
Oh, to a place you know very well indeed. Come, let's go.
Yeah. So Sasuke's up to something, and we're going to figure it out here soon, but he needs Orochimaru in order to do it. Because he just needs more information. After what Itachi told him, he's got, you know, a couple of questions that he needs more info on. So, you know, completed the Takaflies again with us. Yeah. No, he's got some questions, you know. What is a shinobi? What is a village? What is the Hokage? And so he's got to find out, in order to find that, he's got to find the ones who know all. So, yeah, we'll jump into that. I think we can get through this whole chapter, or, you know, line in this video just for the sake of convenience. They're probably going to be long sections, but...
Wow. Who knew there was all this going on under the Leaf Shrine?
Now, let's begin.
Now, they're passing over a few steps just for context where it's like, okay, they got something. So they had to go to, like, the ruins of the Uzumaki clan and find a shrine where they could find the masks of death gods, the catalysts for the Reaper Death Seal. And with that mask retrieved, they're able to release the souls captured by it. They're going to talk about it.
Release. This mask is necessary in order to use the jutsu written in that scroll.
They just never explain
Using
where,
this
but
calls out the Reaper, which then possesses the user. Then we can release the things that were sealed by the Reaper.
well, that one looks familiar.
Jugo, Sasuke, Suigetsu, get ready! Now, Jugo, use your chakra to make the extraction from Sasuke.
A tiny little Jugo.
That should draw out the spores of the Zetsu that Tobi set as Sasuke's watchdog.
Yeah.
They'll serve as the sacrifices to summon the Four. Reanimation Jutsu! Come now. Come! The ones who know everything. The former Hokage!
The first Hokage. Hashirama Senju, feared as the god of all ninja in the flesh.
And then,
What's going on
sorry,
here?
and then Orochimaru took one of those other Zetsus and then just did like his body swap into it. So now he's got a new body and his arms were also trapped in the Reaper. So now he's back at full power.
The Reaper Death Seal. They must have released it somehow. And then used reanimation.
Looks like we've been brought back to life, First Hokage.
Reanimation again? Everyone seems to have no trouble using the jutsu I invented.
Maybe you shouldn't have invented it,
There's a
man.
reason for this. I simply prepared all this to grant his wishes.
My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I have some questions for you, Hokage.
What? Sasuke?
First of all, third, why did you make my brother do what he did?
I see. So you know.
I still want to hear it from your mouth. Everything about Itachi.
He killed his fellow clan members and stopped a coup. The man single-handedly prevented a war. He even installed himself in the Akatsuki as a spy after that, to keep the village safe. All under the condition that I protect you, his younger brother.
Yeah. A lot happened.
So it was really true. Now, first, I ask you. What is the village? What does it mean to be a ninja? Itachi, my brother, was prepared to protect the Hidden Leaf with his life, despite knowing he'd been used by the village, and he was to be a shinobi of Leaf. What does it mean to give up your own life to protect a village? And what about the ninja that creates such a situation and believe that it's okay? I want to hear it from you. I want to hear the truth, so I can decide for myself.
Yeah, I phrased it wrong earlier,
Should I
but it's
take
like,
revenge on the village,
yeah, I phrased it wrong earlier. His questions are, you know,
Hands on the village?
hold on.
You think I'm just going to let you?
Tobirama! Lower your hand.
Fine.
Just the one finger.
Well, excuse me. Well, you want to know about the village, you say? I'd be glad to tell you what you want to know, but it might take some time.
No. Please just tell the boy what he wants to know as quickly as possible.
There's a lot going on right
What
now.
do you mean?
We're in the middle of a war here. Madara Uchiha has come back to life and is trying to destroy every last ninja in the world.
Yes, I can sense a powerful chakra presence at 2 o'clock.
The second Hokage is right. I'm picking up some intense chakra, too. But it's not just that. No, I think... this feeling. Naruto, you're fighting too, aren't you?
If Madara's back, talking will have to wait. We can't afford to sit around here and do nothing.
Well, that's what we're gonna do for a little bit.
I'm sorry, but if you want to head to the battlefield, I must insist we finish our conversation first. If you can't provide Sasuke with the answers he desires, I wouldn't put it past him to use you all to destroy the Hidden Leaf.
Damn you, Orochimaru.
Don't worry, Orochimaru. We understand. Our first priority should be finding a way to ease up what's binding him. So, where should I begin?
Tobirama just
Well, in
walked
order
off
to
like, screw
explain what
this.
a village and a ninja are, I must first explain about the two clans, the Uchiha and the Senju.
Yeah. What is a village? What is a clan? What is a ninja? Is what Sasuke's got in his mind.
Both of us were at the very end of our ropes. And we both knew the end had to be in sight for one of us.
So cutting back to that fight that we started earlier. And we'll get to it.
Coming down on you. There's nothing left to say. Take this. Only... Take that.
Just keep beating his ass.
Take this. Take this.
Balloons.
You're strong, you always were. But I have to protect the village at all costs. I can't let you go. Got you. Take this. It's no use. Take this.
So yeah, we're finishing up the battle with Madara and Hashirama, which I'll talk about that in a bit because this covered, you know, Sasuke talking to Hashirama covered a lot of ground between like the, you know, earlier war between the Senju and the Uchiha clans, and how him and Madara met and wanted to put an end to the fighting, but how that ended up. Hold on. So I'm trying to get into a good spot where I can break and then also put in visuals. Is there another?
Take this. You missed. Got you.
Gotcha.
Madara.
Only an A.
Why?
Okay. I think in order to get S rank, you gotta finish the fights with 90% of your health. I think that's the goal.
It's over, Madara.
Then finish me. Can't do it? That is your problem, Hashirama. You're soft.
I'll do anything to protect our... No, to protect my village, no matter what happens. I believe that protecting the village means protecting the people of the Hidden Leaf. The ninja, the children. I don't care who it is. My friend, my brother, or my own child. I won't forgive anyone who threatens it.
You have your priorities mixed up. That will create darkness in the village. Someday.
That's when I found my resolve. My resolve to protect the village to the bitter end. I don't know how he resurrected himself now, but I buried my friend for good that day, for the sake of the village. Which brings me to the village itself. What Madara and I envisioned at first was a place for clans to come together and connect. A way to bring order out of chaos, and keep it that way. It was a place where our children could be safe, where no pointless battles were fought, a place of peace. But the fact is, it created a darkness like the one that your brother Itachi bore. Perhaps Madara was right. Perhaps he saw all that coming. I'm the one who created that situation. I'm the only one who gave it the okay. You see, to me, a ninja is someone who bears anything necessary to achieve his goal. However, a ninja is also shaped by what sort of goal he strives for. Just like Madara and I.
A ninja is someone who bears whatever it takes to reach his goal.
A ninja is someone who
That's what I
endures,
built
as
the
someone else
village
has said
on.
before.
But Madara had a different ideal. I don't know about Madara's current resurrection. I don't know what's behind this idea of his to wipe out the world's ninja. But
Infinite Tsukuyomi. Regardless of clan, creed, country, or anything. He wants to trap everyone in a genjutsu so he can make things happen exactly as he desires. Everything my brother and you fought so hard to protect. He wants to destroy it all.
Then we can't afford to stay here a moment longer.
Now that you've heard the first Hokage's explanation, what do you intend to do with it? Will you turn your blade toward the hidden leaf? Or...
What kind of ninja do you want to be, Sasuke?
Sasuke, forgive me. I always lied to you. I asked you to forgive me, even as I kept pushing you away. I didn't want to pull you in. But now I think of it this way. Maybe you could have changed father, mother, the Uchiha clan, if I'd faced you honestly from the very beginning. If we'd told each other the truth as equals. I failed. I won't put myself above you and tell you this and that. It's too late. So this time, for once, let me tell you one small truth. It's all right if you never forgive me. But, no matter what you become, I will always love you.
I'm going into battle. The village, Itachi. I won't let it all be in vain.
well said. Come then, there's no time to lose.
So, that's the path you've chosen. Now, show me what you're capable of. Sasuke Uchiha. Your new wind.
So yeah, Sasuke has come up with a new resolve. And that, they glance over a lot of stuff. But, in more depth with Hashirama and Madara, what we learn about from, their battle and them growing up, we see them go or meet up as kids who have lost most of their family to endless war between their clans. So they grow up training each other to become stronger, or training with each other to get stronger, but then ultimately have to fight each other, again. And when they took over their own clans respectively, they fought as the leaders of their own groups. But Hashirama was gaining more ground. Hashirama was gathering more, villages around him, more people, and, despite the Uchiha and their powerful jutsus and their Sharingan, they were being overwhelmed by numbers. And after Tobirama made a fatal blow on Izuna, Madara's last living relative, that's what drove Madara over the edge. Except by that point, some Uchihas were actually siding with the Senju, and it eventually just became Madara on his own. And Hashirama, willing to give of his own life just to try and make some sort of peace with Madara, won him over, and that's what finally got them to come together and create the Hidden Leaf Village. But they trying to, and Hashirama trying to extend as much faith as he could to Madara, who's just like, I know what you believe in, I know what you think, you should be the one to lead the village, you'd be great. But the thing is, he wasn't very popular, he was seen as the radical, he was seen as the problem, and Tobirama, untrusting of Uchihas, didn't even want to give him the chance. And so Madara was, shunted out of favor even within his own clan. And so despite things going on in the village becoming its own thing, Madara left it behind and eventually came back to destroy it. And that's when, him and Hashirama had their final battle, which we saw a chunk of at the beginning, in our prologue. But, Hashirama's just like, this is the dream we had and we created something great. I can't let you destroy it. So if this is how it's going to have to be, I'm going to take you down to protect what I care about. And so, that was him not giving up on Madara, but it's just sort of like, this is putting my foot down. And so from there, that's how Hashirama set things up. And then as he became Hokage, he, uses wood style jutsu to keep capturing tailed beasts, and eventually other great nations rose around them, such as this, the Leaf Village happened first, and then that idea of just like, bringing around multiple clans and areas together and dividing up the nations led to the rock, the cloud, the stone, the cloud, the sand, and the, what's the last one? The mist coming together to form their own nations. And as a, brokerage of peace, Hashirama gave, sold off some, well, mostly due to Tobirama pushing him to, they sold off some of the tailed beasts as kind of like bargaining chips, again, the tailed beasts being nuclear bombs to keep each other in check. And so Hashirama, with Tobirama recommending they get some, a price out of it, handed out the bombs amongst the nations, and that kept them at peace for a while, until war after war kept popping up. Hashirama eventually died. I don't remember. I think it was old age. No, not old age. Something else happened. I don't remember now. But then Tobirama took over. But with him and his distrust of the Uchiha, he's pretty, blatant racism towards Uchiha. But, not making things any easier, to the point where he set up the Uchiha clan. It's like, well, if you Uchiha are going to be part of the village, you might as well be useful. You're going to become the police force. Which, as Orochimaru points out, that sets them up for discrimination. Because, if you got a certain clan being the only enforcer in the village, that's going to make people hate them. And if they're in a high position of power in the village, they're going to get conceited and they're going to get aggressive. And so Tobirama kind of set up the ill will that the Uchiha has had to a lot of the village, including, Sasuke's father, what was his name? Fugaku? No. Yeah. But, including Sasuke and Itachi's father, who was the one who wanted to set up the coup and take the village by force. But, like we know, the problem is with the Leaf Village going to war with itself, it would lead other nations it would lead the other villages to see, oh, the Leaf Village is weak, it's time to conquer, and leading to another war. In order to prevent that, Itachi, trying to prevent any war from happening, even if it meant destroying his entire clan, but it would keep the village safe, and therefore it would stop war from happening. So yeah, there's a lot, and there's a lot more even to go, but we'll finish up this chapter. We're getting there. This is a good cutoff point, but at the same time, it's like, if we get through, because we got Power of the Taka to the battlefield, but then we also have, okay, I think this is going to detail exactly what I just explained. I thought that was for some reason, I thought there was oh wait, no, that's later. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I jumped the gun. The path of separation. I jumped the gun. I should have double checked.
Here when we were kids.
Yes. Although at the time, I really thought you were joking.
I thought you were incredibly stupid.
Cold. I'm not the kind of man who makes a joke about something like that.
You really were a strange one, though. What was it now? A school for the children? A safe village for your brothers? I remember thinking that you had some pretty grand plans for a little kid.
Oh?
But they weren't bad dreams. They were the same as mine.
They had a common ground at one point.
Today.
Yes.
The Hidden Leaf Village. This village has become precious to me, and I must protect it.
So, have you thought about my Hokage idea some more?
What? You were being serious about that? I thought you were just pulling my leg.
What? No, I was being deadly serious. You would be perfect for the position. You'll be the leader of the village and guide everyone forward. And we'll carve a model of your face in the cliff here as an emblem of the village.
Boy, you just got this all thought out, don't you?
I never agreed to that. It's not my style.
It's not up to you.
In order to get all your hair, we're gonna have to go all the way to the bottom of the mountain.
You're just trying to torture me here, aren't you?
Despite Hashirama's sincerity, Madara just cannot take it.
Very smart. It is a fine outfit.
Well, it was supposed to be yours. I still think you'd make a better Hokage than I will.
Well, it was a democratic decision. The villagers chose you. You are the Hokage.
Madara.
This stone. This stone has been passed down through generations of the Uchiha clan. It can be deciphered only by those with special eye abilities. This is as much as I can read so far. Seeking stability, there was a god who split into two halves, light and dark. Bringing the two halves together again grants the user the power of all creation. In other words, bringing two opposing forces together as one will lead to true happiness. But you can take it another way, too.
Huh?
Never mind. There is no point in talking to you about it now.
What do you mean?
Hashirama, I am leaving the village. We are history.
Huh? Why?
I do not have any allies here. No one looks up to me.
But I can't do this without you. I need you as my right-hand man, as a brother. The people will soon come to see you for what you are. And when they do, you can be the second Hokage.
I should think Tobirama will be your successor. If that happens, my clan will be doomed. I have tried to warn the other Uchiha of the danger and get them to leave the village. Save your breath. I am leaving. I have found another way.
Wait. They're just misunderstanding you.
Let us just say it comes down to how you perceive reality. Anyway, enough with the groveling. It is far healthier to see this world as a playground.
Hey, are you listening to me?
You are the only one who can stand up to me.
Mother!
Until I reach the path to my true dream.
Ugh.
I shall enjoy fighting with you.
Yeah. So again, they covered it here, but yeah, Madara just did not have the popularity even in his own clan.
Explain it to me.
Lord Hokage!
What is it?
It's Madara Uchiha. He's coming.
What? Really? He's come back?
He's attacking the village. He wiped out the vanguard unit. We sent a second and third, but we've had reports of heavy casualties. We're working on evacuating the villagers. We just can't stop Madara's advance. What are we going to do? Hokage!
What's the meaning of this? Why would... Madara, we built this place together, you and me. Why would you? It doesn't make sense. I can't understand you anymore. I can't understand.
Yeah.
Ambitions and machinations swirled in the dark night. Had the emotions of yesterday already run dry? Was despair the only thing that awaited? With unspeakable pain in his heart, Hashirama Senju challenged his friend. Believing that in this deep abyss, there was one last sliver of hope.
Yeah. So that was what led them to battling. Because, yeah, Madara had no popularity even amongst his own clan. So with no one by his side, he left on his own. And that's what led him to attack the village and them to have their final battle. Which, you know, it's like, why would he do this? What was his grand plan? Well, if we learned anything from Obito, and, you know, it's just sort of like, what does it matter who dies now? What happens now? Once we create a different reality, it won't matter. Once we enter the dream, nothing we do, everything will be fine. And so maybe that's what Madara is thinking too. It's just like, why not attack the village that I helped create? It doesn't matter. When I get my dream, it'll become even better than what I destroyed. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. But we can wrap this up. This is going to run long, but we're going to do this. To the battlefield.
Now that's a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, hey.
I knew it was you, Sasuke!
That's why I'm beating up Suigetsu.
I thought I sensed your chakra, so I busted out of jail to come and check. How dare you betray me like that? Why, Sasuke?
Yeah, when he stabbed her.
Once he took you hostage, you became a burden.
That smile, it's just that simple.
I'm never gonna forgive you for what you've done.
Sorry.
You think sorry is gonna cut it after everything you've put me through? You good for nothing?
Well,
I see you're as weak as always when it comes to Sasuke, Karin.
Judging from the color of her hair, she must be from the Uzumaki clan.
What? Yeah.
Sure brings back memories. My wife was from that same clan.
Much as I enjoy hearing my brother reminiscing, save it for later.
Yeah, hold on, just pausing there. Yeah, that's when it's revealed. It's just sort of like, oh yeah, Karin, she's an Uzumaki. Said so matter of fact, which, yeah, Makes sense, really, when you think about it, because the only people we've seen with that, that red hair being Nagato and Kushina. Nagato being, displaced from the, Whirlpool Village when it was destroyed, and Kushina. And then, Hashirama's life, Lady Mito, who was the last Jinchuriki of Nine Tails before Kushina got it. And so it's just like, oh yeah, Karin's in Uzumaki. She's got some strength to her. And that's kind of like why she's so resilient and why her healing jutsu works the way it does.
Yes, you're right. We must get to the battlefield as soon as possible.
No, there's something we need to do first. We can head to the battlefield. However, I'm doubtful as to whether we should be taking this lot along with us.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you're going to get under our feet, you should just stay away.
That's how you see us, is it?
Rude.
Not you, Orochimaru. You're fine.
I believe you've got strength.
Then why don't you put them to the test?
I intend to.
Very well. I'm in too. It will do me good to move my limbs a bit before the battle. Sarutobi, join us. Let's all fight together. It's been too long.
Understood.
Yeah, this is more of just a game thing.
Sasuke, Jugo, and Suigetsu. Show them what you can do.
What? Why me?
I don't want to fight literal gods of the world.
You men are the combat specialists, aren't you?
Karin's a coach. She's a sensory type.
Where is this test to take place? Surely not here.
Don't be ridiculous. We'll go to the place Hashirama and I used to use for training.
Yeah. So they just threw in this just as an excuse to have a really cool fight.
Yes, we shouldn't be disturbed here. Good.
So, the three of us have decided to test your strength as fighters. If you fail to impress us...
Save the explanations. Let's just do this.
Hey,
We're burning moonlight.
them.
There's a whole war going by, and you guys want to just
Don't
dilly-dally.
have much time. Oh, impressive. He's covering himself perfectly. This should be fun.
Yeah, so this is just an excuse to have another boss fight, but it's a cool one, as I recall. So, 50% health, land... Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Right here. Take this. Right here. You're mine. Right here. Right here.
Jugo, go get him.
It's over!
You're mine. Over here, sonny.
No mercy!
You got it.
Damn. I need chakra.
No mercy! No,
Ah, I should have plowed through that.
no mercy!
There we go.
Fall to pieces!
I still hold. I don't know why, especially after, by Game 4, Jugo still does not use full transformation. He did it back at the 5 Kage Summit, and they still haven't done anything with changing up his abilities or anything. I made a whole video about that. Actually, check out my Naruto Storm Connections character wish list. It's my most successful video I've ever had on my channel, and I'm really happy with it. And I cover a lot of stuff, but, that's got me on a real kick.
Get back.
Okay, I thought we were new.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh, okay.
Flame control. Atmosphere is vibrating. Wooden dragon right there. Try taking that. Inferno style. Flame control. Pretty set. What are you aiming at?
You big idiot.
Time out. It's over. Inferno style. Flame control. Should I use? Time to end this.
Oh, sure, we got the team jutsu, but we can't do it against this thing.
Try taking that. Inferno style. Flame control. Spacing out. That felt great.
Now's the time.
Right here. Take that. Take Try taking that. Inferno style. Flame control.
Now's the time.
Right here.
Oop, I was trying to dash. Keep cutting those shins. There we go. Now the real show.
What are you playing around for?
I'm having fun.
What a shockwave!
Oop.
I knew it'd be me.
Damn it.
I won't be able to hold on forever.
Oop. Ooh, I gotta scratch my cheek really badly, and I don't want
Not bad.
to keep take my hands off the controller.
Wood style, wood expulsion jutsu. Now, what will it be?
Our boy ain't playing around. Yeah. So that's a pretty cool, quick time event. Just with Suigetsu and Jugo, but then yeah, Sasuke there he's remembering the bonds. Okay, he's remembering some bonds,
Yes,
but he's still got one he
that
needs to
will do.
cut.
So, how do we do?
I imagine
Passable.
Madara will be surprised to see such powerful ninja arrive.
In other words?
I suppose this means you passed.
Good enough.
Yes. I admit that you're stronger than I imagined.
Whoa.
Now then, the other group is waiting. Back to the village.
It's just like Orochimaru and Minato and Karin just got left behind.
Aha! Sasuke!
I was gonna say, it's like Sasuke just said sorry, but I think he actually meant it, but he just can't express
yes.
it more
Excellent. We'll all be
earnestly.
heading straight to the battlefield. Hokage! It's time at last. As we stand atop the mountainside images that have long watched over the hidden leaf, let the sight of the village be imprinted in our minds as we charge into battle to defend it.
I'll be able to see my son at last. Naruto, I haven't been able to be much of a father to you, so I'm going to try to make it up to you now. I'm bringing a big present with me.
I haven't fought a war in a long time. I'd better keep my wits about me.
Madara, I'm going to defeat you once and for all.
I know it's inappropriate, but I can't deny that I'm excited about seeing my old friend again. There's always fighting in this world. But this is going to be the last war. To battle!
Yeah. Sorry, just a cool thing, just like all the Hokage coming together. And the thing is, this is the first time we really got to meet Hashirama and Tobirama, because yeah, we saw them briefly when Orochimaru resurrected them during the Konoha Crush, but it's nothing compared to this, where you got Minato is just sort of like, it looks like we've been reanimated. First Hokage, this is a problem. And Hashirama's just like, who the hell are you? Oh, I'm the fourth. It's like, we did it! We actually survived up to 4 Hokage? And then it's like, well, who's the 5th? Oh, it's Tsunade. Oh, God, is the village okay? And so just like Hashirama is actually like a big goofball. And so, yeah, like Suigetsu says, like the god of Shinobi is kind of a, you know, weird guy. Might as well do next chapter preview. This is a long one.
The time has come. For the sake of the ninja world, some fight with their allies. For the sake of the ninja world, some run together through darkness, while 2 men gaze at the future. In the next chapter, the United Front.
Sakura, Sasuke, let's go!
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, we're kicking it off. So with that, yeah. So a lot happening with meeting the Hokage and learning more about the creation of the Hidden Leaf and what that means to, you know, everyone involved. New chapter unlocked. You can now play the United Front. Yeah, so we're getting right into it next time with Team 7 brought back together properly. But anyways, so a lot happened here, and we got to learn a lot more, mainly about, like, you know, the Uchiha and how their power actually works. Because something they glossed over, but something I found really interesting about the Sharingan, is that we learn from Tobirama, or at least we get a moment to talk to Sasuke. Asks him, like, what's your problem with the Uchiha? And as Tobirama puts it, it's like, the Uchiha are a clan, you know, a clan of evil, powered by darkness. And it's like, well, how can you say that? It's like, because that's how their eyes work. Because, as he explains, just sort of like, you know, how the Sharingan actually works. Everyone thinks, you know, the Senju became powerful by uniting people, and so people assume it's like, well, the Uchiha clan became powerful by, you know, singular figures using powerful jutsu, but that's not quite right. Because what happens is, you know, when Uchiha, as Tobirama puts it, when Uchiha loves something and then loses it, something cracks in them, and their emotions take over, and that creates the ocular jutsu known as the Sharingan. And from that hatred, from that despair, and from that self-doubt in themselves, they can create, you know, frightening, you know, power with their ocular jutsu. And so Uchiha, at least from Tobirama, it's just like, the bigger the pain, the stronger they get. With someone like Madara, who lost everything and lost his brother, is what awakened his frightening power. And so, the Uchiha clan even being around, or even, you know, having more chances to create that despair, will make them more dangerous. And so, I remember talking to my friend about this, and it's just sort of like, oh, it's kind of like the dark side of the Force. He's like, what? I mean, yeah, think about it. It's kind of like why Jedi aren't meant to love. It's because they lose that, it makes them catalysts for the dark side of the Force, isn't it? And he's kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. And I guess that's really how the Sharingan works in all those moments when Sasuke awakened it, you know? Well, when Obito awakened it, it was the doubt in himself. And it was, you know, it's like, but I have to use this. I need to protect my friends. I need to become stronger. And that's what awakened his, you know, Sharingan. Sasuke, same thing. It was, you know, trying to figure out how to fight Haku, and it's just like, I gotta protect everybody. I need to do this. And then there you go. But, you know, so it's not like it's, you know, because what really creates the Sharingan is intense emotion, and that's what changes how it works. And so to the point where you got, you know, Sasuke when he fought Naruto at the Final Valley at the end of part 1, you know, it was, you know, I'm trying to find the right way to phrase it, because, like, it's built up to, like, it's all about the pain and despair or the self-doubt, but it's like, no, it's just, like, intense. It's hard to explain, because that's how Sasuke awakened his third dot when fighting Naruto. It's just, like, fighting him as an equal, that emotion that comes just sort of like, you know, I've got to put this down. And so, but it also changes how what we heard about the Mangekyo. How does that form? Itachi said, well, the thing that awakens it is killing your closest friend. And when you look at Madara and, Izuna, it's just sort of like, is that what they did? Or how did that work? Or, kind of same with Kakashi. He killed Rin and, he killed Rin and just Obito witnessing that and him doing it, it's like that awakened the Mangekyo for them. But that's not really what it is, because it's about the emotion. It's about the pain that comes from doing that action from Itachi's perspective. So when he tells Sasuke, it's like, yeah, in order to awaken it, you have to kill your closest friend. It's because nothing, for Itachi, it's just like, what is the worst thing you can do? What's the worst pain imaginable you can feel outside of that? And it's that, because that's what happened to Itachi. He didn't kill Shisui, and yet he awakened his Mangekyo when he died because of the pain of losing his friend and needing to carry on what he was doing, and him realizing it's like, I've got to be the one to kill the village, the clan. So it's just like the emotions that a character feels, the emotions that an Uchiha feels changes how their ocular powers manifest. And that leads to different things, A lot of them hit upon the same, ability sets, but when you got different ones like Obito and Kakashi, where they implied it's like maybe Obito was manifesting some of the powers of his Mangekyo before he even attained it, because how did he survive the boulder? It's, as Madara says, it's like, it's almost like a lot of the, a lot of things that were meant to crush you just passed right through you. So, there's a lot, but it's an interesting thing on like how the Sharingan actually manifests. And I just think it's like cool because again, it changes on emotions and, what each character, and it's dependent on each character on how that, emotion manifests. Because, you got Madara, who awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan with his brother, but when he had to take his eyes, he and his Mangekyo became, eternal, it changed. And then you got Sasuke, who, when he learned about the truth about the Uchiha clan, why they died and why Itachi killed them, and learned about that how Itachi was used by the village, the hatred for the village, the sadness welling up inside of him, all that pain, and that manifested the 6-pronged Mangekyo Sharingan that Sasuke uses now. Just the pain he felt is just on a whole nother level that's created an even the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan we've possibly ever seen. And we'll go in more into that, but, so it's like, it's subjective on what's the triggering thing for each person to feel and what makes their Sharingan and Mangekyo awaken, but it's, depending on the person, it can manifest into a different way. So anyways, sorry, just a rant about the Sharingan that I think is really cool. But anyways, even though it might sound confusing how I'm presenting it. But anyways, we're going to wrap up here for right now. And, that actually also leads me to a theory I've had ever since that, reveal. And I'm kind of was just thinking, it's just like, okay, so Sasuke is trying to kill Naruto in the valley, or, in the final valley, because that he thinks they'll awaken his Mangekyo Sharingan. But he's missing the point. Because it's not the act of killing your friend that awakens the Mangekyo, it's the pain you should feel from doing it. And so I'm wondering, it's just like, okay, well, I was wondering, it's like, so if Sasuke killed Naruto, if Sasuke actually killed Naruto, during their fight, specifically the first time when he put his hand through his chest, if he had actually killed him, I don't think the Mangekyo would have manifested. Because he didn't feel pain from it. That was the point. It was just sort of like, all right, I did the criteria. Why isn't it working? And maybe after that self-doubt, maybe eventually it would have kicked in. But again, it's not the act itself. It's that it's something that it'd be the pain of doing something so horrible to someone you care about. The closest person to you in your life. And with Sasuke, Naruto was that one. And so, in fact, so my thought is just sort of like, so if he killed him at certain parts in that fight, he wouldn't have gotten Mangekyo Sharingan. It wouldn't have worked. But then, if he had killed him, you know, instead of walking away at the end of the battle, maybe it would have worked, and maybe it would have been something even stronger than what he eventually accumulated. So anyways, just my theory crafting and my ideas of them making any sense. But anyways, we'll wrap up for now. Next time, you know, the battle is intensifying. So, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.